Okay, hashtag wow, hashtag now. So here's a question that's been floating around YouTube. Did we finally hit a creative bedrock? This one, the reason why I'm asking this question is in a way that's been brought up, say at least 3 times. Recently on Open Bar with the Critical Muller and the Critical Drinker and the rest of the group. They made a point by talking about Star Trek The Next Generation. When you think about it, you see the future, and nobody goes to concerts. At least not. I mean, name a pop star or any type of musician that exists in that time period. Who's the next action star? Who's the next director? They keep, as he pointed out, they keep going back to like Shakespeare or Mozart. They rarely talk about, or even Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is probably the most up to date current story they actually come up with. They never talk about, okay, who's writing books in your time period? And yeah, Critical Drinker made a point by saying that, well, they want to be dated. But yeah, it does bring up an interesting point. In the future, there aren't any new comic book artists or new anything that involves entertainment. And when you look at our world right now, you might inadvertently predicted something not very good. We talk about the idea of Doug Walker. Talk about, hey, remember Fox Kids? Remember Toonami? And then they had toys in their hands and realized that all the toys and fruit snacks represent a time from the past, but just been rehashed. Like nothing's changed. It's still sitting around the television watching whatever show was popular in the 80s, only this is a new version of it. Every time period when is defined by their entertainment. We got the 1970s, we think of disco. We think of people bursting out dancing with a bunch of lights spinning around. We think of the 80s, we think of rock music, we think of parachute pants and leather jackets with shoulder pads. We think of the 90s, we think of everybody being hyperactive and even louder rock music or punk rock music. But when you think of the year 2000, what do you think of? No, seriously, what do you think of? What about 2010? What about 2020? Yeah, exactly. You don't think of anything. Our entertainment defines every 10 years define what people were thinking. It had identity, whether you agreed with it or not. And nowadays, because we have no creativity when it comes to entertainment, or maybe we refuse to have creativity, or we're not allowed to, I don't know. We have no identity. And when I grew up, I grew up with Transformers, and Ninja Turtles, and G.I. Joe, and all that stuff. But what about kids that grew up in the year 2000? What do they have? Okay, I guess technically they have Pokemon. They have that. They have some anime. Okay, so I have that, but I'm not saying there have been good shows afterwards, the year 2000. Owl House is still good. Amphibia. But I never felt like these eras have their own identity. So the question is, what now? Can we finally go back to being creative? Or are we lost that forever? Are we going to be like Star Trek Next Generation where, yeah, the future is nice and all, but when we want to be entertained, we have to look to the past. Can we no longer be creative? And without creativity, can we even mold a better future? Do we have an identity without creativity? Write a comment below, because honestly, I have no answer. These are questions I'm asking you, the viewer. Sorry, a little depressing, but like I said, my videos are going to get heavy-handed once in a while. Try to get more upbeat later. At any rate, let's get me to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll help your day sucks a little less. See you next video.